Hello there and welcome. I'm Sharlyn. If you're feeling a little stiff and tight, or if you just need to release some tension, this yoga session might be just what you're looking for. I'll lead you through a gentle full body stretch designed to help you lengthen your muscles, move with more ease, and reconnect with your breath. No fancy equipment needed. All you need is your mat, a blanket, and a little space to move. Are you ready to ease into yoga with me? Let's get started. So the first thing to do is find a comfortable way to sit. You don't have to sit like I'm sitting. You can stack one ankle in front of the other. You can even stretch your legs out to the front. But I want to start with a little bit of breathing to kind of guide us and ease us into our full body stretch practice. So shift from hip to hip and find the center, equal balance on each hip bone. And then all I'm going to have you do is roll your shoulders back and down and bring your hands to heart center. Nod your head a few times. Relax your jaw. And then bring your jaw up until it's parallel with the floor. Lifting the heart, stack one vertebra on the other and find a tall, neutral posture. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth and just sigh. So try that again. We'll do 2 more sighing breaths. It feels good. And a sigh is a signal for your nervous system to release. So release tension in the muscles. Draw your abdominals in and up. So as you inhale, instead of feeling your belly expand right now, feel your rib cage expand. And then exhale, feel your rib cage get smaller. This next inhale, think of inhaling the side ribs, the back, and the front. But hold that belly lock kind of action to protect your back. And then inhale one more time. As you exhale, go ahead and twist to the right. So we're just going to start warming a bit before we get into deeper stretches. So exhaling to the right, inhale to center, and then exhale left. Your flow may be faster than mine, or maybe a little slower. But think about your alignment, think about how your shoulders feel. Turning from the base, the strongest, most supported part of your back. Belly, chest, gaze. So we're rotating from the ground up. Just one more on the left. And then bring the knees up. Give yourself a little hug, round your back, and nod your head yes. So your shoulder blades are open. You're already feeling more openness in the back of the body. Let's start on the mat, on our back. So I'm going to move my blanket out of the way. And just lie down on your back. Ease your way down. And then think about tipping and tucking the pelvis. So as we do this, we're going to flatten the lower back and then give the lower back a little arch. And notice how you feel as you do that. You might feel some lower back tension, but we're going to get to that. And then find a neutral spine. So somewhere between the tip and the tuck. And we'll start with a warming bridge. So you can keep tipping and tucking, or you can press the 4 corners of your feet into the floor and lift and lower. Now your shoulders are away from your ears. You're feeling strong, and you're pushing into not just the heel, but to the big toe side of the foot and the pinky toe side of the foot. So feel that engagement. So pushing into the big toe flexor helps you find your glutes. So they're not lost, but sometimes they're hard to access. So go at a pace that feels good to you, exhaling on the way up and inhaling on the way down. And then let's add some arms. So the next time your hips touch the ground, just reach your arms overhead. And then as your hips rise, hands down next to the hips. So a few easy bridges. Your chin is slightly tucked so your jaw feels relaxed and the back of your neck is long. Let's take 2 more breaths here just to make sure that those big muscles are getting nice and warm. And we'll hold our bridge and then just kind of tuck the shoulder blades under to start to open the chest. So there's no need to elevate your hips all the way up. We don't want to feel tension in the lower back, but I want you to feel engagement in your hamstrings and your glutes. Just an easy breath. And then let's come all the way down, imprinting 1 vertebra at a time on the mat. So feel the articulation in the spine. We'll flatten the lower back this time. And then end up with a tip and a tuck. All right, draw the knees to the chest, and we'll release the lower back and the glutes, the hamstrings. You can rock, you can roll, but we're releasing the back of the body right now, the posterior chain. Continue to notice your breathing, that it's nice and even. And then place your left foot down on the mat, and we'll extend the right leg. Now think about a straight leg, even if your knee is bent, that's okay. But straighten that leg and support with your hands on your thigh or on your calf, or you can come higher up. But one thing we don't want to do is yank on the leg. So just relax and give yourself a moment to unclench. Drop your belly like the bowl of a spoon and find a really nice release for the back of the right leg right now. And once you find a place where you feel, this is a great stretch, but it's not overwhelming, then reach through the heel, through the back of the leg, and tuck your toes down like you want to touch them to your forehead. And then go ahead and point and flex. Let's do that one more time. So you're just supporting the leg. Now at this point, if you want to extend the opposite leg, that left leg, along the floor, you can, but you don't need to. Now I'm releasing my foot, my ankle, so I'm no longer completely flexed. I'm just trying to unclench the back of my body. And you can even curl up and look towards that left big toe. Now I'm going to bring my left foot back to the mat, my head back down, and then bending the knee, go ahead and bring your thigh closer to your chest and your belly. And then make sure your foot looks like it's parallel to the ceiling. And then we'll come into half happy baby. So holding on to your thigh, anywhere on your leg that feels good, or creating a big toe hold with the right hand and the right big toe, pushing the big toe kind of into the fingers so we're not just pulling on that big toe. Then you can soften, relax, and allow that right thigh to slide a little closer to your chest or belly, or to the outside, right under your armpit, outside of your rib cage. Take a few breaths, in through the nose and out through the nose. Unclench your face. And be really aware of your neck and jaw as you stretch. It's really easy to gather tension there. One more breath. So you're feeling the inner thigh, you're feeling some groin, but your lower back is still flat on the mat. And then we'll move into a reclining pigeon. So go ahead and take that right ankle right over the left thigh. And you can remain here kind of opening and closing, rotating the thigh in and out. And then open your knee as much as possible. You can walk that left foot up closer. or you can grab on behind the left thigh, but make sure the knee stays out instead of folding in as much as possible. So releasing some of those deep hip rotators. Take a few breaths. We'll take 2 more breaths, not too long. You can unfocus your gaze, close your eyes, just enjoy this release. And imagine those muscles softening and releasing. And then go ahead and place that foot back down on the mat, both feet on the mat. Open your stance very wide, maybe even wider than your mat. And then we'll just bring the knees side to side. Now remember, if any of these yoga poses, these stretches don't feel good, then limit your range of motion or just skip that pose. Do something that feels good in your body and jump back in when you're ready. Easy breath, because we have another side we need to get to. So bring the feet back, hip distance apart, and then the left knee can come in, and we'll straighten that left leg. Lengthen and hold on where it feels good. You might notice a lot more range of motion in one side than the other, and that's okay. Just kind of give yourself a moment to soften without pulling. So ease the neck nice and long, so ease the tension in the neck. And give me a little cervical nod. And then let's start to flex and point. So you're going to feel the range of motion in your ankle. You might even feel through the back of the leg, all the way up to the hamstring when you do this. And then let's hold, reaching through the heel. And remember, you can do a big toe hold here too. Just do what feels great to you. Pay attention to that right knee. We don't want it to fall out to the side. We want the spine nice and aligned. Easy breath. And then you can relax that foot for another moment. Do you feel a bigger range of motion now? Bend your knee, start to draw it in towards your belly and your chest, and then make sure your left foot is parallel to the ceiling now for half happy baby, and grab on where it feels good. If you're doing a big toe hold, again, don't just pull on the big toe. You're pushing the big toe into the fingers a little bit and dropping the shoulder. And then as you soften, give yourself a few breaths here. There's no need to push your body to a place where it doesn't want to go. You're just stabilizing. Unclench. Try and send your breath into any tight joint or muscle. And imagine that muscle relaxing and releasing. Maybe one more breath. And then we'll do that. Figure 4 stretch, which is our reclining pigeon. So open and close. That left hip is rotating in and out. It looks like the knee's flapping a little bit. But then end up with the knee out. Tuck your shoulder blades under if they've drifted and your shoulders away from your ears. You still have a nice belly lock for a moment. And then you can release it. That's just to protect your back. While we're on the mat right now doing this, if you feel tension in your lower back, re-engage your belly lock, that nice strong bracing. So find yourself in this reclining pigeon pose and unclench through the hip. Relax your jaw. Do you notice if there's any tension in your feet? Are your toes curling? If so, wiggle your toes. That'll help. Maybe one more breath here too. You're slowing your breathing down and really starting to melt the muscles right now. And then bringing the right foot back to the mat, the left. Extend, extend. So there's lots of options with all of those poses. Find the one that feels best for you today. And then go ahead and point your toes and flex at the ankle. Let's do that one more time, dropping the shoulders away from the ears, flex and point. And then bring the knees back up. We're going to drop the knees to one side. And then push yourself up to a seated position or a seating position, whatever seems right to you. So I'm going to come to a seated position right now for just a moment and then roll the shoulders. Bringing my knees back up. I'll start to work in the upper body for just a moment, but I'm bringing my feet to the mat and then I'm going to lift my chest and step my hands back a little bit. Pushing the feet into the floor. Just lift the chest and squeeze the shoulder blades to open the front of the chest, shoulders. You can nod and look down towards your belly button. Maybe one more breath here. And then end up in an easy forward fold. So lift the chest and hinge forward. Think of a neutral spine for now, lifting the heart. And then come back up to center. I'm going to face you to bring my feet together. So bringing the feet together, a little distance away from the body, so not too close. Go ahead and lift and lower the knees. We'll continue this stretch for the back of the body, lifting the heart. Just allow the chest to lengthen forward. Exhale. And look down between your feet as you lengthen the back of the neck. It's okay if your knees are high. It's okay if they're low. But an easy breath. Your hands can be on your ankles, your feet. They can be on the floor. You can walk the hands out if you're feeling nice and long. You can bring the elbows down. Just make this pose your own and allow yourself to grow into this pose. If you feel elevated, it's okay. It's not bad yoga. It's good yoga to go where your body tells you to go and allow yourself to ease into a pose with time. We'll just spend a few more breaths here. Take a breath in through the nose. And let's lengthen our exhale. So a nice long exhale. Let's try that one more time. In through the nose. And lengthen your exhale. Walking the hands back up. I'm just going to extend my right leg out and bring my left foot in. And again, think of your sitting bones. Find equal weight on each sitting bone. And then just flex and point and end up in a flexed position. So let's forward fold here. And you might feel a little different muscles, maybe a little more inner thigh. But stay long in the spine and centered because we're going to change our focus here. Come on back up. And then turn your belly button towards your right big toe. And then hinge forward to the right. That's it. You can walk your hand out. But keep this left hip open and down. And then come back up to center. And we'll reach up and over. So a nice side stretch. Reaching, lengthening. You can start very lifted. And then feel the side of the body really get nice and long. without forcing. Look up to the sky. And come back to center. Let's try the other side. So go ahead and extend the left leg. Get centered. And then find your forward fold. You can shift your legs a little bit, flex the foot. We'll point and flex in just a moment. And spend just a couple breaths here, enjoying this opening up through the hip and the back. And then come back up. We'll turn again like the sternum towards the big toe, flex and point a few times, and then end up with a flexed foot. As you turn, keep the right hip down and find a beautiful space here. Easing, lengthening. It's okay if your knee's bent, by the way. And then come back up. Now we're going to reach over the top. You can support on the leg with the left hand, or you can support on your right foot and thigh. Turn your gaze up to the sky and enjoy the opening in the side of your body. Breathe into the right ribs. All right, let's get the cat-cow for just a moment because we're almost done. We have a few more things to get to. So find a neutral posture and then come into cat, a nice rounded back, and then arch into cow. And enjoy this flexion and extension of the spine. And then come to neutral. So come to neutral and then kind of wag your tail gently side to side. I'm going to walk my hand out just a little bit. So my left hand, my right hand's going to come underneath to thread the needle. You can start on your forearm and shift onto your shoulder when you're ready. And then this left hand can come overhead. Just breathe. Feel your upper back opening. You can walk the left hand back. One more breath. Come on back up. And then let's move into puppy pose. Not quite child's pose. So you can stack your fists, put your head on your fists, or put your head on the ground and lift your tailbone to the sky. Roll your forehead on your mat side to side and give yourself a little massage on your forehead. Come on back up. And then right hand walks forward, left hand kind of comes under. And find a moment here and thread the needle. Your hand should feel great, your shoulders should feel good, but you're definitely feeling the stretch. Do you feel the rotation as well? One more breath. Walking back, the hand, come all the way up to cat-cow. And notice how you feel right now as we move into camel. So walk all the way back up. Come into camel with your hands on your lower back. You can tuck your toes if you'd like, but just think about a string on your sternum, lifting your chest up to the sky rather than arching in your lower back, and then open your chest by drawing your elbows back. So lift your heart, nod your head yes, and then look up the wall. Make sure you can still swallow. Can you swallow? That's it. Now you can remain right here for a moment, or you can come touch the ankles or the heels. But again, we want to distribute an arch through the back, but we want to focus on squeezing the shoulder blades and lifting the heart rather than dumping tension in the lower back. And then release and roll your shoulders. Notice how you're feeling right now. And I'm going to grab a blanket and we'll end up on the mat. So if you have a blanket or a towel, all I'm going to do is roll it up long ways. So I'm going to create kind of a little bolster for myself. And this is going to be right underneath your spine. If you need another blanket or something to go under your head, that is absolutely an option. But I want to release some tension in the front of the body. So I'm going to pull this blanket up to my lower back and then walk my body onto the blanket. Bringing my arms up, I'm supporting with my legs, and then I'm going to open like a goalpost and allow my shoulders and chest to just open. And we'll spend a few breaths here, knowing that you can reach up like a Y and you can drop back. Find a place where you feel a little tension release. It's okay if your hips are on the floor. You can position yourself for a little arch in the lower back, or you can position your head on the floor. So you adjust however it feels good to you. And if everything feels great, you want to extend one leg. Maybe the other. Knees bent or legs extended. And notice your breathing. We have a few more breaths here. Go ahead and walk your feet back up and roll off of the blanket onto your side. And then go ahead and take that blanket. You can set it aside or you can put it under your head. But come to a wide stance and just drop your knees to one side. So we'll do a little bit of hip opening as part of our final relaxation. Find a position with a leg that's in back that feels good. If you want to walk your foot back a little or keep it forward, up to you. If you walked your foot back, walk it back to center, realign, and then drop your feet to the other side. Or not your feet are already on the floor, hopefully. Drop your knees to the other side, and you can walk that foot back away from your midline. Unclench. And then come back to center. Walking the feet in, and then finding yourself in your final relaxation position, we're done with the stretch. It's just time to let it all sink into your body. You can put your blanket underneath your knees, under your head. We'll keep the knees bent, or you can lengthen your body. Tuck your shoulders and notice your breathing. Go ahead and gently curl your toes, flex your ankles, bend your knees and squeeze your legs and glutes. Drop your belly, make a gentle fist, bending the elbows and lifting the elbows up. Unclench your jaw, but squeeze your eyes closed and inhale from toe to head. Exhale and relax. Let's do that 2 more times from your feet, just gently engaging from toe to head. Exhale. Last breath. Feel free to spend as much time here in this relaxed, final relaxation pose as you'd like, focusing on your breath. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you feel more open, grounded, and at ease. If you enjoyed this practice, be sure to subscribe and explore more of our yoga, Tai Chi, cardio, and strength sessions right here on Your Wellbeing Rx. And until I see you again, stay loose, be kind, and find joy in movement.